always wins.
What's up guys, Give Me the Video Game Scientist from VG Bootcamp here. In competitive Smash Bros, we strive to be the best. We do whatever we can to move as fast and optimally as possible. Every move in the game has a fully thought out animation, but in order to make it more enjoyable as a game, the developers allow us to cancel those animations before they're even over. And of course, as competitive players, we cancel those animations whenever we can. If you let those animations play out though, it makes it very clear how much effort was put into this game. Take the landing animation of Luigi's forward aerial, for example. Wow! If you didn't know, he jams his hand into the ground and he winces in pain because it really hurts. And just like anyone else would after hurting their hand, he shakes it off. When Yoshi double jumps and starts falling, he starts flapping his arms nervously like a bird, knowing he's falling to the blast zone and has no other way to recover. When Wolf up tilts, he smirks and wipes his thumb across his nose. It's almost as if he's impressed with how flexible he is. So what do animations have to do with tech? Well, Apostle actually pointed this out to me, and I'm sure many of you already know this. But Ultimate actually has a ton of procedurally generated animations. What I mean by that, and I might be using the wrong term, is that when you cancel a grounded attack, including landing animations from aerials, into a forward walk or crouch, the game creates a transitional animation so it doesn't look as clunky. This transition animation, that seems to be completely computer generated, lasts 5 or 6 frames and actually affects your character's hurtbox. And that's what this video is going to be about. Before we get started, for the first time ever, I'm dropping merch with my Back to the Lab shirt and hoodie. The A is a CRT with a little console under it, which I think is pretty cool. I have them in black and white for those who like a cleaner look, and blue and green for those who like things more colorful. Go to bonfire.com/store/gimmer to check it out. This is a limited time push that ends Wednesday, so make sure and get them now if you're interested. Okay, let's get into this. I've only done a little bit of research, and there's probably a ton of use for a ton of different characters, but I wanted to focus on the 2 main characters that I know this benefits the most: Kirby and Jigglypuff. Let's start with Kirby. If he crouches in neutral, he gets under most crouchable grabs on frame 2. All of his aerials, except for down air, are incredibly safe on shield, but some of his landing animations pop him up. So when you crouch after an aerial, he goes through that 5 or 6 frame transition animation, and a lot of aerials which should be safe can still get grabbed out of shield when crouching. For example, here's him doing a -5 back air on Joker's shield and getting grabbed after it. Now he crouches, so on frame 7, he should be under the grab, which comes out on frame 10, but it doesn't work. Let's slow it down a bit and see why this transition animation is getting him grabbed. Oh my god, look how ugly that animation is. His leg is literally inside of him, and it takes 6 frames for him to get to that crouch level, which he normally gets on frame 2, like we said before. There is a solution though. You can cancel transition animations. What you do is, after the aerial, either walk forward for a frame or 2 or pivot for a frame or 2, and then move the control stick to down forward to crouch. This will get you a super low crouch height on frame 3 or 4 after the back air, as opposed to frame 6. And it will make certain grabs out of shield with. Up air is the only other aerial you need to do this with. Both nair and forward air's landing animations are so squishy that the transition animation keeps them at really low crouch height, so grabs still whiff. By the way, from this point forward, TA means transition animation, and TAC means transition animation cancel. Now, most Kirby's just down tilt after doing aerials to keep that low profile. While this works, it leaves you open to certain counter strategies, like spot dodge cancel attack, or for some characters that fast fall really quickly, short hop fast fall aerials. Plus, if you do it out of back air, you're not even down tilting in their direction. Down tilting also lowers your punish window if you get them to whiff a grab. If you TAC, you have enough time to actually spank him with a forward smash if the grab whiffs. Another thing you can do is TAC only for a few frames and then up smash. On Joker, this punishes grab, any sort of spot dodge or spot dodge cancel attack, empty short hop, and short hop fast fall aerial. And TAC up tilt covers a lot of options. The next character is Jigglypuff. This character's forward air, up air, nair, and back air are all incredibly safe on shield. But the transition animations to crouch pop her up so she can get grabbed out of shield for all of them. Just like Kirby, you can TAC into crouch against many characters, and it opens up a lot of options, so you don't just have to spot dodge every time to avoid the grab. For Puff though, the timing is very strict. You have about a 2-frame window, so you're going to have to practice it a lot to get it down. One really cool thing about Puff though is that her air momentum is really strong. So if you do this, you can hold the down forward, like we said before, to do the TAC, but then about 4 or 5 frames after the crouch, tap short hop and then react. If they do a whiffed grab, this is on taller characters, you can actually rest on reaction if your timing is on point. And then if they do other options, you can react and either hit them or set up some sort of shield pressure. These setups can also be done with up tilt, forward tilt, and sometimes even jab on shield. One last thing. I've barely explored this, so I think a lot more is going to come out of it as people lab their characters and their different transition animations. For example, transition animations normally only happen if you do a grounded attack into walk forward or crouch. But Bayo also has transition animations into pivot. And on top of that, if you land normally on the ground, that landing animation also transitions to forward walk and crouch, which might lead to some interesting things. Like if somebody has a landing animation that pops them up, you might be able to TAC into crouch or something, so it isn't as easy for you to get hit. Time will tell as people lab it out. I'm actually streaming right now on twitch.tv/gamer, and I'm doing a contest to see who can find the ugliest transition animation in the game. I think it's going to be hard to beat Kirby's back air, that leg going through his head, but we shall see. That's the video. If you liked it, consider giving it a like. If you really liked it, consider subscribing, and if you really, really liked it, consider turning on those notifications. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. I got to get to the stream, so it's back to the lab with me. See you guys next time.
Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again.